So.
Well, first of all, even the humans that couldn't swim could still be able to like grab onto things and that kind of thing, and obviously lower organisms wouldn't be able to.
But everything died. I mean, the point of the flood was to kill every human being, right, except for Noah and his immediate family. Correct? So all the humans died according to the biblical account, except for Noah and his immediate family.
So whatever the non-swimming humans would have grabbed onto would have been grabbing onto something else.
They'd have been grabbing onto it for 40 days.
Yeah,
I mean, they'd have been dead.
Yeah.
And the purpose of the thing was to kill everyone. So, I mean, the God that tried to kill everybody would have killed everybody, I would assume, since he's God. And that Noah and his family would have been the only surviving humans, and everything would have been smashed in that flood layer.
Yeah, everything else died, but they didn't all just like suddenly drop dead all at once. Some of them
in a 40-day, it would have been a 40-day event, though.
Yeah.
It's like Martin. I mean, in geological time, that's nothing. That's the same moment.
So you would still see all of these. You would see like fossils of human beings clinging to other human beings, and elephants and gerbils and whatever else.
Where did the water go?
Well, you know, it's all.
Where did it go?
But
yeah, I mean, I think that's problematic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, enough water came down in 40 days to be able to cover Mount Everest, according to the Bible. So obviously, it would be a pretty powerful flood, and it should be able to make it seem as though it had taken place over millions of years by any other kind of.
I don't see how a giant flood that lasted for 40 days would come out looking like it lasted millions of years. It should still look like something that lasted 40 days. Yeah. And I'm still wondering, if the entire planet was covered in water, where did the water go?
Yeah, I mean, it could have gone into the oceans because the whole planet was an ocean. So maybe we have this big watery core at the center of the Earth.
I mean, I'm not trying to be cruel, Jacob, but this isn't working for me.
Yeah.
I appreciate the call, but you're going to have to think a little bit more about this.
Mm-hmm.
But I do thank you for the call.
All right.
Have a good Sunday. Okay.
I wish I could say well done, but it would be a cruel lie.
He called, and I will say it was brave.
Yes, it was.
This is John from Austin, and he's on line 1. Hi, John.
Hello.
How are you doing?
How are you?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can.
Okay. There's been several comments made. I can't even really remember all of them now, but there were some interesting things said about the first thing to be agreeable. I have a lot of problems with the abuse of children, in particular, in fundamentalist families and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I experienced a little bit of that myself as a child, and so I identify with that, and I think that's true. But we're mainly talking about the hellfire, brimstone, firestone, brimstone bullshit and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some generalizations have been made that I would like to address, and I see this happen on this show a lot. I mean, one minute it's like, we understand that all theists, are different, and they have the progressive side and the traditionalist stagnant side and even the regressive side.
And then we just hit them all anyway. Yeah.
It's like you really want to go back and keep the argument in terms of the Scopes monkey trial, and you also you don't just speak from the antiquated religious viewpoint, but also from an antiquated scientific viewpoint. We can stick everything if you can't stick something in a test tube and shake it up and put a number on it, then it doesn't exist. And that's not really what's
simplification,
going on in science today. And so
how do you mean?
I have a problem with that. I find the entire argument of the existence of God to be mostly semantical, because the word God is so ill-defined. And I think, real quickly, I'll finish. What is said among believers, even moderate Christian believers, as far as they go and they pretend as if they support the old interpretations of the Bible, but I think there's a lot more going. I think there's a lot more secretive open-mindedness going on in religion. I think people have evolved to.
Can you give an example of this?
What people have evolved?
No, I mean an example of this secretive open-mindedness. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that.
Well, I know a lot of different types of people, and I know some religious people, And if you really talk to them, you'll find out, they don't think God is a little old man that lives in the sky, and they don't really believe anymore. They're questioning the whole justice of the eternal hell. Some are even questioning afterlife in general. Is that really that important? And really is what the message is about is the earth and what we're going through here, this life that we're going through now, obviously.
Okay. Well, I think I see what you mean there, and all of this is sort of by way of pointing out that we make too many unfair generalizations on the show. Is that sort of what you're getting at? Because here's.
I don't really believe there's a lot of heavy generalization going on. Like Tracy said something about religion in general has this idea of disdain for humanity, and
well, I think that's true. And when we talk about, for example, doctrines and beliefs and ideas that religions have, we are maybe not necessarily saying all of the religious believers out there subscribe to those, but at the same time, a couple of points that I'd like to make. First off is that I would suggest that theism in all its forms, even the most open-minded, progressive, what have you, still has at its root an unproven assertion, which is that there is some sort of sentient being, whether you think of him as an old man with a beard or the Force or midichlorians or whatever they are, there's some sort of sentient, causative, intelligent entity out there that made us and made all of it. Oh, just intelligent thinking, having ideas, acting upon that, just
pre-qualifications of one intelligent being. Okay.
Yeah, or several if you're polytheistic, and so this is just a fundamental, unproven claim that is at the root of any theistic religion, and so that right there, whether you at that point become some, a bomb-throwing fundamentalist wacko or just a very nice, even-tempered and tolerant moderate, you still have that particular set of ideas at the root of your thinking.
And generally, only through that filter does humanity matter.
And so it's true that...
I agree with that.
I do.
Only through that filter humanity matters.
Well,
that doesn't even make sense to me.
Christianity has a doctrine of salvation. What is the purpose of, what do I need saving from if humanity matters on humanity's terms? What am I being saved from?
Well, we've saved from ourselves.
Okay, that's my point. That's my point. They're offering me salvation from my being human. I don't need to be saved from being human. That's a dehumanizing doctrine.
Do you see what I mean?
Go ahead. Is he on? Wait,
you have to hit the one.
Which one was it, John? Okay, John, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're back. Sorry. We just needed to, we just kind of, Tracy needed to make her point there, and too much crosstalk kind of, is a little confusing.
Yeah, telling me that I need to be saved because I'm a human being, and that human beings require some sort of external salvation because being a human being is not good or not good enough, is dehumanizing. That's the very definition of dehumanizing.
This idea that by simple virtue of being born and existing at all, we need saving. Because we are
you're saying
corrupt,
something's wrong with me, and there's not. I'm human, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with being human.
I got you. Can I make a point?
Sure.
Okay. Salvation itself is undefined here because if you're talking about, once again, the salvation from eternal torment, and God is this masochistic master
doesn't have to be hell.
who's going to torture you for eternity.
Not what I'm talking about.
Hang on.
That's bullshit, and you don't need salvation from that. But we're improving. As a race, there's lots of kinds of evolution going on. There's intellectual evolution, technological, I believe spiritual, and moral evolution is going on. And I believe that we have evidence of this everywhere. If you look at the governments of today, as messed up as some of them are, and I mean, they used to burn people at the stake, and it used to be a public event.
And the point is,
that doesn't happen in the U.S. anymore, anyway, and it doesn't happen in most countries anymore, anyway.
Right. Because people figured it out.
Yeah, I would suggest that.
That's what I mean, and that's what we've been saved from.
No, it's not.
Well, no. Let me tell you what's done the